Hi and welcome to my channel. Today we are continuous with the series Make an Advanced RPG. So today we want to learn how to attack with the montage, and also we can apply damage to our enemies. So before I start the tutorial, I want to say thank you to everybody that support me. And if you want to support me, you can go to my Patreon page. If you want to help me making games or you want to talk with me directly, you can go to my Discord channel. So thank you, and let's start the tutorial. So go to Unreal. First, we need to fix something I forgot to put in my last video. So they're gonna be in DP, English, and the player controller here. We need to put in the base turn rate and base lookup rate. You need to put this to 45. If you don't put this 45, the camera they don't work when you gamepad. So right now with the gamepad they wanna work perfectly fine. So now that's done, let's do that animation to attacking and moving when it's keep the weapon. So we already have this animation, so they're gonna be character animation. So we have this, we can make this from scratch. So we have this idle sword, run sword, and sword attack, and also walk sword. We can close this montage too. So we have these four. This is the same animation from the tutorial GTA. So make the game like GTA. So if you don't have this animation, you can download this from my Patreon page. If you don't want to download this, you know already how to make this animation. So you need to click and make this animation by yourself. So if you have the animation, let's make this animation ready. So we need to create blend space. So right click, we can create a new one, or we can duplicate this because it's exactly the same. So we can duplicate and call this DP idle run sword. So we know it's with the sword. So we can open it. And we need to change this a little bit. I don't want to be here the walking, they want to be in the middle. So now they want to be speed, it's okay. Minimum they want to be 0, and the maximum they want to be 600 because they want to be running in 600. So we're going to close this. Right now we need to use idle sword, they want to be idle. Walk sword, they want to be walking. And run sword, they want to be running. So right now we have idle, walking, and running. So that's perfect. So save this, and we can close this now. So this English controller, we can collapse this, so we go out of the way. So collapse this. They're gonna be a keep sword 1 for now. So let's put this here. Compound save. So we can close this. So go to animation blueprint. They want to be the first time here. So we need to adjust a few things here. So go inside, and here we need to change these names. They have defaults. I want to call it main. You can call it like you like it. But for me, main, I know this is the main state machine. So I'm gonna be main. I want to from here gonna be save. New save cache pose. And we need to call this to know what it is. So I'm gonna be main state, state save. So I know it's that one. And if you compile and save, they're gonna be, you need to put something here. So I'm gonna right click, it said main. So I'm gonna use cache pose main state save and connect this to here. So compile and save. Now it's working exactly the same, but we can modify this later. So go inside to main, and here that's okay to move this a little bit, maybe more. And we need to create the new iron running source, so we can drag it here. And this connects to here. So now we have this inside, so need to plug some speed, so we have it already, so that's great. So compile and save, that is done. So we need to fit something so the Unreal know when to go from here to this animation. So here we need to create a variable, so it's easiest to promote this to variable and call this sword equip. Why I don't call it sword one equip? Because I want to make this animation for all the sword we have. Even if it's sword 1, sword 2, sword 3, it doesn't matter. They're gonna have the same animations. So I'm gonna compile and save. Go back, and also when you don't have the keep the sword, I want to go back to this animation. So we need to create this to here and make this the opposite. So it's gonna be sword keep set to not, whoops, not boolean. So that means it's false. If it's false, you're gonna be go back to the normal idle. So that's perfect. So that is done. So go to event graph, and here we need to change this a little bit. Like that's a little bit different from the GTA tutorial because this one they're gonna be multiplier stuff. So we need to move this, and we're gonna need the try get part owner. So I'm gonna put this to here. Not right now, but later. So I'm gonna put this in here and this to here. So they look better. So we need to cast where the input are in the, well, not the input, the variables have in the player character. So we need to cast them from here. But like I told you in the other videos, if you do that, they're gonna be this like a tick node, so they're gonna be casting all the time. You don't want to do that, never. So it's better to go here, right click, it said begin, play, and call event blueprint begin play. So here they're gonna be casting. So cast to DP. Remember, you need to cast your player controller, not the character, the player controller. So it's gonna be player controller. And from here the object, they're gonna be the player controller. So get player controller. What? Controller gonna be all the way down, so it's faster. So here, and promote this to a variable. So now we have the reference here, the ref. So we need to collapse this, so look better. So begin play like that. So you put it here, and here we need to put this inside. So gonna be get and collapse this to convert to variable get. Put it here or here, it's gonna be okay. So I'm gonna put it here because I only want to do that only if the controller is valid. So I'm gonna be here, move this stuff here, and if it's valid, you're gonna go all the way to here. So compile and save. So I'm gonna put this here. Yeah, a little better. So we need this reference. So I'm gonna be here. So the name, the variable is get the keep weapon, I think. So it's gonna be get keep, well, get sword one keep, and we need to set this to this sword keep. If you have more, you want to set it in the same one. So it's gonna be this with this, and this with this. Right now we only have one, so it's gonna be this one. So that's it. So now if you go play, if we have the sword equip, they want to change that animation. This animation doesn't look the same like the GTA because this mesh is not really that great. Because these are really old mesh we have for Unreal. So if you have different mesh, they're gonna look a lot better. So for now it's okay for the tutorial. Later probably they're gonna change this mesh to another more professional. For now it's only for the learning purpose. So right now it's okay. So we have this. So now we want to attack. So for attacking, we need to do a montage. So let's close this. We can change this name later. Well, we can change it now. So I'll rename this to DP Anim Blueprint. So now we know what it is. So let's do this. And later we need to change this animation. Right now it's okay because I don't have any more. So that's okay. So let's, what we do next? The attacking. So sword attack. We have to create the montage. So create animation montage. We're gonna call it the same, so they're gonna be okay. So we can open it, and we have this animation. So that's great. So let's do that. So okay, so we need to call this from some place. So you can call it from two different ways. You can call it from the player controller, or you can call it from the character. If you do it from the player controller, they're gonna have a few modifications because a little more complicated. But with, like I said, there's gonna be a multiplier, so I'm gonna call this from this character because we can change the character, but we can change. Well, we can if you want, but wanna be the same player controller. So I wanna call this from here. So in here we need to input here, so we can call that. So let's do it the proper way. So go to Edit, Project Settings, go to Input. I wanna call new one attack. You can call like you like it, but for me they're gonna be attack, like that. You can use the keyboard you want or the gamepad you like it, but for me they're gonna be trigger, gamepad right trigger for me. So that's perfect. And from here you need to call that, so it's gonna be attack. And when you press attack, I want to play anim montage. So play anim montage, sorry, montage. So we have two options here. You can use these ones, or you can call play anim montage. You can use whatever these two you like it, but for me, I like to use more options if it's possible. So I want to use this play montage. So if you don't want to be too complicated later, you can use this one. It's okay. So for me, they're gonna be this one. So in here, they're gonna ask him for a skeleton mesh. So they're gonna be this skeleton mesh. So connect this to here. And we need to feed this with the montage. So right click, we only have one, so they're gonna be exactly this one. So compile and save. If you go play, they don't do actually nothing. Why they don't do nothing? Because you don't set what slot you have this montage. So if you close it, if you go to the montage, they're gonna see, and here they're gonna see default group, default slot. You have this slot. So they don't have a way, they don't know the animation to know this. So you need to call this from here. So go to animation blueprint, and we need to call it from here. So in here they're gonna be slot. So that's the easy way. So slot, default slot, they're the same name as the other one. So you can feed this to here, compile and save. And now if you go play, so you press attack, you're gonna see now it's attacking. But I only want to do that if we have equipped the weapon. So go again to the player character. From here we need to call that variable. So we have in the controller. So drag the controller, get sword one equip, make a branch. So let's make a space here. So this way here. So if it's equip, I want to do this. So compile and save, go play. If I don't have a keep, they don't do nothing. If I can keep it, now it's attacking. So now we have a first problem. If we are walking and attack, they're still walking, but the leg, they don't move. So we need to blend these together. So we need to blend this to animation from the top and also the bottom. So right now, the, the montage, they have from the slot, they're gonna be the full body. So we can specify what montage we want. So we have this default slot. So that's gonna be great if you want to use this for the full body montage. That's great. So we need to create another one to separate this montage to only the half of the body. So go to animation slot manager. If you don't have this here, you need to go to Windows and go to here, animation slot manager. I have it already here, so that's great. Go to add a slot. I want to call this upper body. You can call it like you like it. But you need to know there's only going to be from the half to the top half of this mesh. So when I know this animation, I only to make the top only. So when from here, a slot name, change this to upper body. So we can save this and we can close this. So go to the animation blueprint, and here we need to separate this. So you need to another this one, so copy and paste. And here we can do it from two different ways like always, or when I have more ways, but probably two this from here. They're gonna be blend. So that is I like to do. So like play bond and connect this to here and this to here. So like that, and the default slot, you need to change this to upper body. So now you know the upper body they're gonna be here, and the full body gonna be here. But remember, if you want to make the full body Montes, you have to have the slot here too. So gonna be here, slot, but this is gonna be default slot. So that means the default slot they're gonna be the full body, and this one they're gonna be upper body. So after this, they're gonna be here. You can compile and save. And we need to feed this with the bond name. So go here, layer setup, go to 0, add new one, open this, and call the bond. You can use the bond you like it. I like to use from here. It depends on your animation. In this animation, they're gonna be fine with this one. And also, if you're doing aiming, like for example, shooting arrows or something like that, you don't need to be from that bonus. You're gonna be more here, but for me it's gonna be okay in this one. So it's gonna be spine 01. You need to spell exactly the same because if not, they don't wanna work. And you need to choose the blend deep. And this mesh is like I said, it's an old mesh, so for 0 they're gonna be okay, I think. And also we need to change this to true. So that's way the both animations they're gonna go to the same rotation. So I'm gonna compile and save. So now they're gonna be play. So let's check it out. So click here. When you create attack, they're gonna move like an attack perfectly. So that's fine. I see the mesh they not really blend too good. So maybe we need to adjust this number to probably 4. That's probably the most number I use. But you can use another number if you want, so you need to check from your animation. So let's go here, go play, and let's check. Now it's a little better. So now we can walk and attack. Like you see, if I press too many times, they're gonna do it, this weird attacking. So we need to fix this. So close this, go to Playa Character, and from here, we need to check. So only do it one time. So from here, well, I don't know why I put it here. So go do once. So they only do it one time. And when it's complete the animation, I want to go to reset. So let's reroute this a little bit to look more clean. Oh my. So like this. Compile and save. And also I want to be a little more fast attacking, so gonna be 1.7. I don't know, maybe let me check. So go play and let's check this out. So go here. If I press too many times, only doing one time, and also more fast. That for me, they're gonna be perfect. So now let's deal some damage. So we need an enemy first. So let's do that. So we can close all this stuff first. Say everything. And here in English, we need to create character probably. We can change this to characters. So it's plural. Let's wait to save. Okay. Okay, so go to character. And here we need to create right click. Blueprint class, I'm gonna call character. So we need a character, they're gonna be, for now, they're gonna be main or only enemy blueprint for now. Later we can change the names. And we need a few stuff here. So we need something to take damage. So we can use different ways to make this. Like for example, in event graph, you need to delete this. And you can call here damage. And you have these three options. You can have event any damage, event point damage, and event radial damage. These three is okay if you want to making your game easy, because this you can call these all these three, and you can take the damage you want. But if you want to complicate this later, for example, you want to make more advanced stuff, you have to make a lot of the code later. So if you want to change this from make it more easiest from the beginning, so they do it a different way. Then give me a minute. I need to put my cat out of my room. So wait a second. I'm sorry about that. That's the problem to have pets in your house. So okay. So why I doing so take damage? Yes. So we can do it from different way. I like to use interface, because interface they're gonna give you more options for the start, and also it's more easiest to modify later. So let's do that. I think we have already one. So if we go here, go to English, go to Blueprint, we have the main interface. We can create another interface. We can call it like you like it. But like I said, I like to use only one for everything. So in here, main interface, we want to create another function. So add new, call function. I want to call this take damage. For example, you can call it like you like it. So for me, it's going to be take damage. So for now, I only have to take damage. So in here, call this damage. And they're gonna be a float. So we can save this, compile and save. And we need to apply this to your enemy. So in class settings, go to interface, go to add, input main interface, gonna be here, compile and save. And take damage, you can drag it, so it's gonna be right click, implement event. So now we have this damage. So now the enemy can take damage. But we need to put some mesh. So when you have it, so let's go to content. Let's go to adversaries. What we have here, we can use the ground plane, I think, for the beginning. They're gonna be okay. So let's use this guy. So let's put this here. Okay, so it's gonna be more down. Okay, we can rotate it too. So let's rotate this. So we can compile and save. And also I think I wanna be this guy more big. So let's do it more. Wow, okay. So more, wow, too much. So let's do it more small, this guy. 1.1. Okay, so 1.5. 1.5. Yeah, gonna be a huge monster. So we can drag that enemy. So they're gonna be English characters. So I'm gonna have it this guy in here. So like I see it's too close to the ground. So let's put the guy a little more. Okay. So like that. Or now we can adjust this later because it's only for now. So put this guy here. Let's rotate it like that, so we can save. So now we have the enemy, but we want to making the damage. So we need to from the character from here. So let's do that. So we have already the blueprints here. Yes, the character. And we have this, so we can make this from the montage, so they're gonna be better. So go to the montage, and we need to call something that is notified. So when they attacking, they're gonna be exactly something like that. So in here, when they attack, I want to deal damage. So in right click, notify, right click, add notify, new notify. I wanna call this deal damage, for example. You can call it like you like it. For me, they wanna be deal damage. Like I said, you have doing this in different ways. You can put like a box in here in the mesh, and you can make damage from that box But like I said, that don't really that great because they wanna give you a lot of error later when you when you package the games, you have a lot of problems. So that's way like I show you. That's the real I know 100% they wanna work in your game when you package for release your game. So I always use this style. So let me show you. So we have this deal damage. So we need to call this. So a lot of people think it's from here, but it's not, because if you call it from here, the begin, you need to remember that your montage, they always is in your animation blueprint. So you need to go to animation blueprint. So go to animation blueprint, and here we need to call it in the event graph right here. So right click, and you can call that from deal damage is right here, event animation notify deal damage. So when you call this, so when you call that notify, they want to call this one. So from here, you can call it from different style. I want to show you my way. So from here, I always use a sphere trace by channel. So I have this. So we need a start point. So the start point, they want to be from the character. So let's get player character like that. And from here, you need to from where. So want to be get socket location. You can use different way, but remember the location is from the mesh. So they're gonna be the mesh socket location. They're gonna be the start point. And the socket name, I wanna be the hand R right. So I'm gonna be that. So now you can use different location. For example, you can use from the forward vector. You can use from the location of the player. But for me, they wanna be find the hand because it's where the weapon is, right? Real the weapon they wanna be. So they wanna be hand right. So now you can adjust here how much long you want. But for me, for now, they're gonna be okay in the same place. So gonna be these two together. So on the radius, so how big they wanna be your sphere? They wanna start with something small. I wanna try 50. So let's do that. So compile and save. And from here we can break this. So we have more options here. From here, you don't need to do it, but I like to do it from here. So go a branch. So you have to return value. So gonna be a branch. So if you hit something, they do something. So I only take damage only if they implement that that interface. So go to hit actor. So the actor you hit, so gonna be does implement interface. So if they implement what interface, they're gonna be the main interface. So let's make a branch. If you hit something, it's true. And they're gonna be the main interface. So from the main interface, I want to take some damage. So they're gonna be from the actor. So from the actor, they wanna call main interface. They wanna give you these two options. I don't want to be interactions. I want to be take damage. So take damage. We can connect this to true, and how much damage we want to apply. So you can put something random here if you want, but for right now I want to put 0.5. So that's gonna be fine for me right now. So compile and save. So now every time we call this, they're gonna make this sphere. If the actor we take, they wanna take some 0.5 from damage. So let's see how they're working. So like now, if we have the weapon, if I gonna attack, they don't do anything because we need to make this different here. So we need to see what they're making here. So the trace chain is gonna be visibility. This is gonna be for duration. So we can see for debugging how they working. So compile save, go play, let's check again. So the attack, now we have this sphere. I see this sphere is a little small because the sword is more big in this. So let's make this a little bigger. 75 for now. Later we can adjust this, but for now let's check this out. So now we can this here. When attacking, they're gonna be in this position. They're gonna be okay for now. So every time I attack, they want to create this sphere to take damage. So let's apply this to this guy. So we need to go to that guy. So let's close this and also close this. Go to enemy, and from here the damage. So we need to see the damage. So from here for now, it's gonna be print, so we can see how much damage we're taking. So for the damage, go to sprint so we can see if it's working or not. So we can compile and save. If you go play and you attacking, they're gonna be false. Why they're gonna give you false? Because a lot of people forgot the most important part of this series, because you need to know what what you're using. From like example, let's go to blueprint. You need to know what trace channel you're using, because it's a really mistake that a lot of people have, because from the a lot of people, even myself, I have this error all the time sometimes because I forgot. So you need to know what trace channel you're using. I'm using right now visibility. So you need to check your enemy, if the mesh of your enemy that's blocking that visibility, because if you go to the collision, you're gonna see here the visibility channel, the trace, they're gonna be ignored. You don't want to be ignored, because if they ignoring, they don't do nothing at all. So we need to change this to blocking, or we can change the trace to camera, because this is really blocking right now. So if we change this visibility to camera, so if you go play and we attack the enemy, now they're gonna give you true. If you see in the left corner, they're gonna be 0.5 taking damage. So you need to remember that. You need to know what visibility you are using. So they're gonna be this one. So I hope you learned something new. In the next video, I wanna continue with this damage, so this enemy move or something like that, because right now I use a pawn right now. So if you like my videos, so subscribe to my channel. And if you want to support me, you can go to my Patreon page. And if you want to talk with me or help me making games, you can go to my Discord channel. So thank you. I'll see you in the next video. So thank you. Bye bye.